This channel is proudly sponsored by the Red Room. Please check out the link to their store in the description and in the pinned comment below. This is a promo of one of their RPGs.
Step into this world of shadow and light, where your wit is your greatest weapon, and uncover the secrets that lie hidden in the heart of Paris. Dare to enter the Wretched Epoch.
Hi! Welcome to this part of my review featuring Oddity High, the core book. If you haven't seen the other parts of my review, featuring this anime-inspired tabletop role-playing game, please check out the playlist in the description below. This time we are going to talk about making your moves. Oddity High's action is driven by moves. Moves allow you to solve conflicts, obtain information, and determine whether someone succeeds or fails. Moves are the main way that players exert their influence upon the world, while the lead writer or game master in this game has a similar mechanic known as cuts. Every move in Oddity High has three components to it: the circumstance, which is what needs to happen to trigger the move. You have the action. This is what the move asks you to do to receive or determine its benefit, and the result, which is what happens once you do the action. For example, take a look at this move. When you intervene in a situation via direct confrontation, roll plus guts. So you roll your couple of 6-sided dice and you add your guts. On a hit, you put yourself in the way and keep your target from doing what they intended. On a 10 or more, choose two of the following options. Perhaps you frighten, surprise, or impress your target. Or maybe you take something from them. So perhaps it's a comedic situation. There is a student up to no good, using a water hose, spraying people, getting them wet, and you choose to use this move. Perhaps you obtain a single result, because you rolled between 7 to 9. You frighten or surprise the target. You could be like, "Hey, what do you think you are doing?" But maybe you get to choose another option because you rolled 10 or more. As you are saying that, you take the water hose from them. Some people think that you cannot roleplay a Powered by the Apocalypse RPG, but it's quite simple. You describe your action, you make your roll, and based on the results, you roleplay the situation. That's it. Now, when it comes to hits and misses, when a move tells you to roll, you roll two 6-sided dice as explained and take the sum of both rolls. If it tells you to roll plus a stat, such as plus strangeness or plus guts in the previous example, perhaps plus obligation, etc., you add that stat, positive or negative, to the total. If you roll 7 or more, it's a hit. If you roll between 7 to 9, it's a partial success. A total of 10 or more is a complete success. And you carry out your actions based on the options given to you by the move, or based on the context of the situation. A total of 6 or less is a miss. A miss isn't necessarily a failure, but what happens next is in the hands of the game master or lead writer, as it is referred to in this role-playing game. At the end of this section you have an example, but it's a pretty bad example. There is constant out-of-character conversation. It looks like a chat room with dice. There is no immersion. There is a constant shattering of the fiction. In this example, there is constant talk between the game master and players that do not exist within the fiction. They do not exist in the fictional setting, in the environment, in the game world. The interactions should happen between the non-player characters, the player characters, etc. That's it. A few other important points is that some moves state that they create opportunities for others, so they work perfect when used in cooperation with other members of the party. Several moves also involve the use of hold. This is a specific result generated by a move that's spent to get results specifically related to that situation. And when it comes to advantage and disadvantage, when you roll with advantage, you roll 3 6-sided dice and you take the 2 highest results. If you roll with a disadvantage, you roll 3 6-sided dice as well, but you take the lowest 2 results. And this concludes this part of the review. In the next part we are going to talk about the gang and character creation. So it's very simple. You describe your action. You employ one of the moves related to that particular action. You make a roll. You obtain various options depending on your role to apply to the situation. And you roleplay the situation, that's it. Thank you for watching this part of the review. Don't forget to leave a like, a comment and subscribe. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, the information on how to do that will be in the description below. This has been Abraham El Jaguar, a professional game master. If you want me to run a game for you, please check out the pinned comment below. And remember, roleplay solves everything. Once again, thank you and see you later.